I had Duck DM me this morning. He asked me if I could give him some setups on AMC. Apparently had a short-term story about it. Let's see where we're heading to, right? We've broken a very important level there at 1050 and now we're just going lower. Well, it's really anybody's guess how low it could go at this point. It's very difficult to predict. One thing I do want to check, if we take a fib from all the way there at the bottom to the top, like that whole bull run, right? So using fibs here from the start of the whole run in 2020 all the way up to the top in 2021 at 393. Now that we've broken the one fib, right, this all becomes a reversal wave. Actually, this point went lower on the chart, so I'll take it from here. This is the actual low that brought us all the way to that high. So fibs can help in a context of price discovery, whether that's all-time highs or all-time lows, doesn't really matter, right? I have a 1272 fib, a 1618 fib, but there's a large difference between that 385 level and 109, so I want something in the middle there as well. So I'm gonna add in the 1414. So again, I'm gonna just mark out three levels here, 385, which would be the bigger picture 1272 fib. So this whole wave, the moment we break below it, that flips into resistance. This all becomes a reversal wave and that goes way lower probably. So you need to be aware of exactly where you would want to look to play, right? So 385 is a good level to play from, 230, and then 1.09. So just from the weekly time frame perspective, that's the first thing I want to do, and then I want to go to lower time frames and see how price is approaching my levels of interest here on AMC. So very, very bearish, of course. We've turned that one fib into as clean of a double top as it gets, and then we started making lower lows. So in my opinion, this thing isn't finished going down, right? 385 would be a level that I'm actually gonna place an alert, right? So this is my whole trading gist, right? I go to the high time frame, determine levels where I think price is drawing to, and then how I want to play from there. So 385, but be very, very careful with this, because all-time lows, this could quite literally go to 50 cents or whatever. So if that here does not hold, you'd be looking way lower at 230 essentially. I myself would not look to go long here on the way down. You don't need to be the bottom here whenever AMC sets up for a reversal. Just knowing about 385 and then looking for a move below and a 1 or a 4 hour candle close back above that level. That right there is your long trigger, right? So I'm gonna mark that off with a green arrow. I hope everybody can kind of follow what the plan is for me with something like AMC, right? So an arrow from here, this level, the moment we close back above it, that then becomes the trigger to go long. And you take a long position on, like I said, a 1 or a 4 hour candle close back above 385. So it's nice and easy because you can figure out when a 1 hour time frame candle opens and closes. So it's like once every hour. So technically, once your alert is hit on your trading view, you could simply say, well, I'm going to dedicate every hour just a couple minutes to see if price closed back above. I'll take my long position. If not, I'm just gonna let it run lower. I wouldn't bother trying to short this down lower. I myself, right, the way I like to play this is just to sit back, relax, and let price come to me, and then find a good swing long position on the equity once that sets up, right? So that is my suggestion for AMC. That is the only thing I would be able to give Duck and all of you. I'm not interested in longing anything here unless a high time frame trigger has triggered. We've gone below and then gotten back above. So this is still very, very bearish. I would not start drawing trend lines here. Keep it super simple, right? I can even move these fibs up. And at the end of the day, this is kind of what I'm left with in my mind on AMC. And whether that's going to happen today or in a week or in a month or in Q2 or Q4 of this year, whenever that happens, I do have my predetermined levels, and that's what you want. It gives a lot of comfort, right? Knowing where to look. and knowing exactly how you are looking to execute your trades, right? On close back above the level after going below, setting your stop loss on the low that is made below that level, right? I'm gonna go over one thing again, but you could use an ATR indicator. An average true range is gonna give you a value, and you could subtract that for the stop loss to like account for normal differences, standard differences. But generally a good idea is just to long it on the close back above and to put your stop loss on the low, especially in such a vicious downtrend. In a downtrend, and I've seen it on other tickers as well this week, but you don't want to count on that support just holding and same support holding over and over. It's likely going lower, so putting a stop loss on that initial low made below the high time frame trigger level, right? That's key. And then of course knowing how to get to those levels. So that's all I'm going to do for AMC for now. Just have 385 on the radar. It's one thing I wanted to go over because again, Doug asked me, but we're 6 minutes in, so now I'll be able to see what is kind of moving here today, where we are.